or call us at 1-800-800-2727 or go to safelight.com.
Yeah, that's right, baby. You're listening to the Original Sports Show, and I'm your host, Leopold Jeans, the big OG. That boy out of Torrance, California, over there off of Western and Torrance Boulevard, baby. That's where I come from. Yeah, that's right, and you're listening to the Original Sports Show. I'm your host, baby, on CRN Digital Talk Radio, out here in sunny Sunland, Bighorn Productions. And the number to call in today is 1-866-CRN Talk. Once again, that's 1-866-CRN Talk. Oh, yeah, my engineer Matt is ripping it. I love that. That's that hype stuff. Yeah, that's headlines, baby. Whenever you hear that, we're getting into the OG news. We're going to get into the headlines. Yeah, bump that, bump that. Yeah, I love that, baby. Yeah, that's hype, baby. And if you didn't know, music stimulates the brainwaves. That's something I learned at Cal State, LA, you know, in college when I was studying broadcasting. And I always told my professors, I was like, I'm going to play hip-hop instrumentals on my sports show. That's what I'm going to do. And they just said, go ahead, Leopold. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, that's why you go to college, so people can teach you and root you on and give you positive energy and do all the things you need to do to succeed in life. And that's, here we are. This didn't just happen overnight. I've been working on this all my life. You know, like Phil Collins, I've been waiting my life, my entire life. You know that song? I've been waiting for this moment. Yeah, all right, I'll stop. My entire life, yeah. And I have been waiting for this moment my entire life. Did you guys hear about what Reggie Jackson said about Jim Rice? Well, here, I'll read it. I'll quote you. And this is Reggie Jackson. I don't see Kirby Puckett as a Hall of Famer. I don't see Gary Carter as a Hall of Famer. I don't see Don Sutton as a Hall of Famer. I don't see Phil Niekro as a Hall of Famer. As much as I like Jim Rice, I'm not so sure he's a Hall of Famer either. Wow. And I met Reggie Jackson. He's a really nice guy. You know, kind of pompous, but hey, he's Reggie Jackson. You know what I mean? You know, 3 homers in the World Series, baby. 1977. I got that baseball card. Reggie Jackson is the man. And I have to kind of agree with him. I don't know if Jim Rice is, if he is Major League Baseball Hall of Fame worthy. I mean, he's a great player. But this is an elite group. These are the things, when you get into the Hall of Fame, like there's no question about the NFL Hall of Famers. These guys are the creme de la creme, an elite group of athletes. You know, this summer you got the Hall of Fame coming up in Canton, and you got Curtis Martin going in. You got Dermontti Dawson going in. You got Cortez Kennedy. You got Willie Roaf going into the NFL Hall of Fame. They're going to get their yellow jackets. And there's no question that these guys are worthy. No question. Curtis Martin was a beast at running back when he balled. Great running back. And Dermontti Dawson, one of the meanest light-skinned brothers you'll ever meet in your life. Dermontti Dawson just pounded and dominated the center position for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, a lot of you guys watch football and watch sports, and you just watch where the ball goes, and, you get excited about the touchdown and the big catch and the long run. But I'll tell you, you should try to watch what goes on in the trenches sometime. Watch who's dominating in those trenches. Watch Dermontti Dawson dominate defensive linemen. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. One thing I used to do, I get a lot of guys that email me and ask me for tips and stuff like that on, training tips and how to be a better football player. Some of the guys over at El Camino College in Torrance, or, they message me, and I stay in tune with a lot of these guys. And a couple of my secrets that I would love to share with you. One of my secrets, and this helped me out a lot when I was training and playing football, was that I would go to the beach and train in the sand. Run 40s in the sand, backpedal in the sand, run routes, training in the sand is something that I think the NFL or a lot of teams in the NFL are going to pick up on over the next few years, because it's a great tool. I mean, it increased my 40 time by a lot just by training in the sand. You know, so little things like that make yourself better. And I love to give tips to guys and tell them what to do. And I love coaching as well. I'm going to coach this year. I'm not sure where I'm going to coach. I might go to the Culver City Pop Warner League. I got a good friend over there, Tony, is the head guy over there. And I just love working with kids, man. I just love it. It's like something, you grow up in life and you do all these things, and then you realize that you're really here to give. You're here to give, man. You make the world a better place. And also, did you hear about Ohio State linebacker Storm Klein? I love that name. Storm. That's a bad name for a linebacker, huh? Storm Klein. Arrested for battery or something like that, some type of assault down there. But what I thought was interesting about this was that his father was charged in 2005 for spanking Storm Klein, when he was 13. Domestic violence, for spanking his son with a paddle for drinking. Hey, what do you know? Ohio State linebacker drinking at the age of 13. Don't do that. And I think his dad had the right to spank him. Come on, man. You guys are going overboard with this spanking thing nowadays. I'm old school. My parents didn't spank me. They didn't really need to spank me. I wasn't a bad kid. But my mom would get in that. She would get in that politics. Is that what it is, politics? Definitely. Yeah, you got to politic with your parents if you don't want to get spanked. Age 13. Yeah. I thought that was so outrageous, These you can't spank your kids no more. Which, you really shouldn't have to. But sometimes you have, your kids are outrageous. And you need to do a Homer Simpson on them, Oh, wait. Booyah, and shut the front door. You're listening to The Original Sports Show, and I'm your host, Leopold Jeans, the Big OG, broadcasting live here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of NFL, baby. John Vilma taking Commissioner Goodell to court, the Supreme Court to be exact. We're going to talk about that when we come back on The Original Sports Show. That's right, baby. We will be back. Going to pay some bills. Holla. The Original Sports Show is sponsored